Hello, I am your medicine man, Forrest. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk to you about meditation, particularly 3 tips to make meditation easier. I often hear from folks that they're horrible at meditation because they just can't seem to have no thoughts. This is such a difficult way to try to meditate, to sit and try to have no thoughts. The more you try, the more thoughts come. And the truth is, there's 1,000 different ways to meditate. So depending on your personality and your temperament, there are ways to meditate that will be much easier for you and more beneficial. So tip number 1 is to use visualization in your meditations. You can find tons of meditations on the internet that involve visualization. I encourage you to find one that resonates well with you and then stick with that visualization exercise for 40 days and then journal and watch your transformation over time. One of my favorite visualization meditations to do is called Milking the Moon. So I can guide you through this really quickly. So the way this visualization works, with your eyes closed, seated in a comfortable position, you imagine yourself floating in empty space. And then behind you, there's a full moon. And the full moon is so huge and it's so close to you, you can almost feel it. And there's this urge inside of you to turn to witness the full moon. But you don't, you just feel and visualize this full moon behind you. And then a chakra opens up, your secret chakra at the base of your skull, where your skull meets your neck. This chakra opens up, and then this healing, milky light energy begins to enter your chakra behind your neck from the moon. And allow this healing light energy nectar to flow from the full moon through your chakra. It begins filling your entire body. First your bones and your nervous system, then your muscles and your skin. And just allow this nectar to flow, healing every aspect of your body as it permeates your entire being. Well, and without trying to control anything, just allow this process to happen until no more flows from the moon. And then you allow that chakra to close, and then you rest. Rest in stillness for a few moments. So you can see how in a process like that one, the visualization is the focus, which can be more stimulating, more fun, more exciting than doing a meditation where you're trying to force yourself to have no thoughts. So try that and see how that goes for you. Tip number 2 is to use mantra to meditate. So meditating with mantra, it stimulates your focus by listening to yourself chant a mantra. For example, Om. That's a real popular one to meditate on. Om is the creative energy of the universe expressed through sound. So what you would do is either you would have a mala and count the beads, generally doing 108 rounds is a standard, or you can set a timer for any amount of time that you want, and then you would close your eyes and then just chant the mantra. And this creates a very calming effect on the mind. It's really good to sit in silence after the timer goes off for a little while to kind of bask in the afterglow of chanting your chosen or given mantra. And what's interesting is the science behind chanting of mantras. You could actually chant a mundane word like burger over and over again, and it would actually have a similar effect. But I encourage you to choose a mantra that has some deep spiritual meaning to it. There's this understanding that when you're chanting a mantra, that the energy of it vibrates outward in all directions along time and space. So you're affecting 7 generations before you and 7 generations ahead of you as you're chanting the mantra. So pick one that resonates well with you. Pick one that informs where you are in your spiritual journey at this time. And Om is a great mantra to start with. So chanting Om, there's actually 3 parts to it. There's an Ah, and there's an E, and there's a Ah. So you get to feel the 3 areas. So Ah is in the chest, E is in the throat, and is in the third eye. So as you're chanting Om, it would be like Om. So you want to feel that mantra in your chest, in your heart space, then your throat, and then your third eye. So try this sometime. Set a timer for 5 minutes even, and chant Om with your eyes closed, and then see what happens. And if it feels good, decide to do it for 40 days and see what happens. My third tip to make meditation easier is to try what's called Tratakam meditation. And this is an eyes open meditation. And it uses concentration through your visual, through your eyes, to create that stillness that you're looking for in meditation. It's common to use either a candle flame or maybe some sacred geometry. It doesn't really matter what it is, but kind of like the mantra, it's good to choose something spiritual that represents the parts of yourself or where you're at in your journey that you're working on. But the candle flame is great. All that really matters is that you're able to sit up straight and look forward, and that you have this still point that you're focusing on. So all you would do is set your timer, stare, stare at the point, and allow your peripheral vision to darken as you focus in on this point, and just breathe and notice and focus and allow that still point that you're focusing on to be all that exists. And then whatever you're focusing on, eventually you'll begin to notice that you merge and become one with what you're focusing on. This is one of the easiest and quickest ways that I'm aware of through meditation to open your third eye, to unlock your intuition, basically, because that focus can become really intense. And as you develop that focus, it affects every aspect of your life, and you're going to find yourself more easily able to focus on whatever it is you want to focus on. And it takes no effort to allow your thoughts to just do what they do, right? So that's another method to try. So there you go. There's three ways to meditate that are easier than our stereotypical understanding of what meditation is. I hope you found this helpful. If you think it would help someone you know, give it a share, give this video a like, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.